Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lily Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County in Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Tonight, with the recent events that has happened, I want to show you a few things and why I believe the RCMP, in my opinion, is looking at one person. You can decide for your own on the other side of this. Thank you, Julia. Let's get down.
Coming in clutch, better tighten the pearls. Dropping cold facts, got the truth for the world. No smoke, no fluff, just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is November 1st, 2025. It is currently 6:45 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. That's okay, Brandy. That's okay. Good to see you, guys, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully, you guys had a good Halloween and all of that jazz. We did a little funny live last night. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed that if you got to see it. With, of course, our friend Daphne and all of that. Tonight, we're talking about Jack and Lily Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Lots been happening. And in my opinion, I think that it's pointing toward one direction and one direction only, most likely, in my opinion. And I want to see what you guys think about that. I don't just say that because, with just to say it. I say it based upon things that I'm seeing and hearing and the way that things are happening right now. So may not be, but we got a lot to get to. So guys, if you don't mind, please hit that thumbs up button. Would be so thankful if you would. And also share the live out for extra bonus points. You need extra bonus points. Good to see you guys all in chat. Thank you so much for joining me. 2 seconds. I apologize. Sorry. 1 second. I apologize. I usually don't do this, but I have to do this right now. So apologize. It always happens when you're live. You know what I mean? You dumb YouTubers. Daphne was hilarious. Good to see you guys. Carol, Finding Solace, Karen, Norbeaster, Darlene, Angel of Light, Angel Wings, Carol, Pickle Toes Grandma, Pam, Kelly, Sarah, Sherry, Norbeaster, Jen, Pink Warrior, Sharon, PGH, YouTuber, Jam to the Jam. I was trying to scare the kids last night. We live in the country. I was hiding in the tree and I yelled down and slipped. Oh my God, Jam, are you okay? Hope you're okay. Roswell, Leslie, April, Bo, Mary, Susan, let's see here, Brandy and Indy, Mary, Pink Warrior, Roxy, Joanne Jackson. Good to see you, my dear. Bonnie, Linda, Paul, good to see everyone. Joyous, good to see you. Chloe, JC, Nonsensical, everyone. Esther, hello, darling. Thank you all so much for joining me. All right, here we go. Thank you so much, Miss Joyous. Yeah, send myself to the office. I might as well send myself to the office. Let's see. Do I get an office button here? Let's see. Papa Pearl to the office, please. Papa Pearl to the office. Late slip for the Papa Pearl. Okay. All right, here we go. So, like I was saying, I think, in my opinion, we're getting closer to something. What that is it an arrest? What is it? You guys know how we talked about, like, come on, RCMP, offer a deal to the lesser of two evils, right? I wonder if that happened. I don't know. But a couple things that I want to say. Okay. A few things that I'm going to show you here. And first, we're going to go to Daphne, because the other day she did a live and she got some answers on something, which in my opinion is very important. Okay. And it was to see if Malaya had actually went in for an interview herself. And the answer is no, she didn't. She did not. Okay. Do you know if Malaya had to go into the RCMP for another interrogation like Daniel did? People are saying that both had to be interrogated again. Just wondering if it was over the stupid blanket thing for both of them. Good question. And down here it says Malaya did not have to. Malaya did not have to go, which is interesting. Right? Because recently there have been there was cadaver dogs in the area of Lansdowne Station searching for Jack and Lily's remains. And nothing was found. And that is when Daniel said that he knew 100% that nothing was going to be found. But what was the most interesting to me was this. I just want you guys to add all of this up in your head. Okay. So first we have Malaya not having to go in. Okay. She didn't go in for that. All right. Now, let me see here. Bear with me as we pull something up here. When is the new search starting? That's a great question. I truly have no idea because it's truly been a cluster the last Malaya is no longer supposedly working with them for some reason, and from what I hear, I would suggest go watching AB's live on that because there's a lot of craziness. That's all I can say about that. What word do I need to search for? Let's see here. All right. Here we go.
He said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
So he was mentioning something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching up?
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details. So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details.
Hold on. Your story isn't matching up?
Yeah.
Something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story isn't matching up?
Yeah, well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details.
Am I on the right clip? Let's see here. Sorry, guys. It might be before that. Give me 2 seconds.
Lansdowne.
Yeah, the pipeline trail right here where we're standing.
Every hour they could, around just doing whatever they could.
Can you tell me about that?
Yeah.
Reaction with
boots on the ground, just doing whatever they could.
You were mentioning that you had a bit of a tense reaction with one of the dog handlers. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, it was a little bit heartbreaking and saddening to hear what the words that came out of his mouth. And for me, all I was trying to do was ever help. Like that's all I've been doing is cooperating, and to see that and hear that, I mean, it was pretty saddening.
What did he say?
He said
Listen, right here.
he said your Thursday and all the way leading into Friday morning, there's not enough detail. And I said to him that Thursday was just an ordinary day until I woke up on Friday morning. And that's when like life changed. There was nothing like life changing on Thursday. It was a normal day. So therefore, there was nothing detailed that needed to be remembered that day until Friday morning.
So he
You
was
should still
mentioning
remember it.
something along the lines of something happened Thursday night,
Yeah.
and your story
Listen,
isn't matching
I
up.
think it's right
Yeah,
here.
well, not just matching, it didn't have enough detail for him
It's one
personally. And then that's when I asked him, do you know anything on the case? And he said, not really. I've seen you on the news once. And that kind of alarmed me, or, shocking, because you're having somebody that's trying to get you to admit to something and they don't know any details. So therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details.
He's so
So
manipulative.
you shouldn't try to
So
force something on me without knowing any of the background.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night.
There you go. Right there. Right there. Right there. First of all, he wasn't telling the whole truth until she asked, right? And he still may not be telling the truth. I don't know. But did they make any accusations? It was just you're not telling enough about Thursday. Then she said, was there any accusations? And he says, yes, they told me we think you did. You is a very important word right here. We think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Very important part. Not y'all, or we think you and Malaya. We think Malaya. We think something happened. It's we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Okay? Now, just remember that. Joanne Jackson, good to see you. Mamacita, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. 14 months. Love you, darling. Appreciate you so very much, my dear. Always a pleasure, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you for being an OG girl. And Tammy, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. As our newest girl. Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Really do appreciate you. Welcome, Tammy. Does anyone else think that maybe Malaya is helping behind closed doors? I may be way off. I do think she's a piece of work too. Yes. Tada, I am thinking more and more that this is looking more in the direction of Daniel. And I'm going to give you some reasons why I say that shortly. But I don't say these things without reason. There is a reason. There has to be a reason why Malaya left so quickly. Right? Why she left so quickly. And why that reason is, we don't know. We don't know. We can speculate and have our court of public opinion on that. But you have to think of if they were both like what would be the only thing that would get you to leave potentially? What would be the only thing that might get you to be able to leave? Is knowing, in my opinion, that the kids aren't coming back, right? And that someone in that home did something. And the reason I say that is she left the next day. Now, it might be because she was already fed up, right? She was already fed up, and that she may have wanted to leave. Well, she has wanted to leave before. But she was already fed up. Something happened because obviously Daniel wants to be in control. And if something happened that night, remember, she left without taking anything. Hello, Sheila. Good to see you. And blocked him. And I agree with Daphne. I do believe that there is some sort of restraining order in place from Daniel. I do believe that there is some sort of restraining order. I think Daniel is obsessed with Malaya. He's obsessed with control. He is obsessed with knowing who she's out, or if she's speaking to someone, or if she's dating, someone, anything like that. And so, interesting. Enoch, good to see you, baby. Thank you so much, my friend, for your support. Really, really appreciate my love. You received that pearl necklace. Make sure you can our email. So I think that could very well be a reason, in my opinion. Now, I ain't gotta fix. Sorry, I was muted. So go down this road with me whenever I'm telling you this. I'm not saying agree with it. I just want you to understand what I'm saying. So far, we have Daniel saying that he went in just the other day. And after he went in, they interviewed him for a couple hours. Malaya did not go in for the same thing. Got it? Here, again, very recently, we have Daniel saying the RCMP are asking him questions a lot, not just questions, accusations toward him. Daniel, we think you did something to the kids on Thursday evening. We have the neighbors saying something happened Thursday night between midnight and 5 a.m. Not only that, I told you guys about this point that I noticed, and in my opinion, it was very big. Daniel says, in since he started talking about like how he left in his vehicle, where he went, and what he did, I believe him to an extent, like when he first left. I just don't believe it was the right time that he is telling us, because the neighbor said literally the same day that Jack and Lily were reported missing, how the vehicle that they said Daniel's vehicle went down the road, right at the railroad track like that, and came back, which is the exact same way Daniel said he went. Right now, I believe Daniel's car or some sort of vehicle that was around midnight to 5 in the morning. But Daniel has told us precisely, even before knowing that the neighbors said how the car or the vehicle went, how it traveled in the area before Daniel even knew about it. So there's that. Okay? Just listen.
Therefore, my Thursday didn't have any details. Your knowledge of the case didn't have any details. So you shouldn't try to force something on me without knowing any of the background.
Did he make any accusations at you?
Yeah, he did. He said that Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And
Now, just because you don't have enough details, right? Just because you don't have enough details, which surprises the hell out of me, coming from Mr. Martell right here, because he says he has journaled minute by minute, thinking, scratching his head, making up so many notebooks. Right? Oh, he's definitely shaken up. Yeah. 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 Absolutely. So, you would think that, like I said before, the last night that he uh, has his family, his entire family together intact, right? You would think he would remember that, because he remembers everything that he did that day. He remembers even checking on the light at midnight, which is essentially the same day, right? Right before he went to bed. Thursday evening. Thursday evening. But he doesn't remember a very key part, right? He can remember, he says, really before he comes inside, about supposedly checking or helping his mom with this BS story of a fence, right? Uh, Getting his tools. He said it even took him a while to find his tools. He says that he goes in around about dark. All of these things he remembers. However, when he goes in about dark, he says, I thought the kids were already sleeping. Malaya says they absolutely weren't. She put them to bed. Hmm. That shouldn't be an inconsistency. You walk in that house, you're going to immediately, within the first 30 seconds for sure, going to be able to hear one of those kids. And you are certainly, oh yeah, let me tell you something, Karen. Grizzly's amazing. She's amazing. And when I started my Justin for All channel, she sent a lot of people over uh, here, and I'm very thankful to her from my other channel. Yeah, and she's a good person, very good person, very noble. Um, so why would why wouldn't he be able to remember the children that evening? Right? Why would there be this big discrepancy in what time Malaya put them to bed? He doesn't seem to argue about Malaya putting the children to bed. He just says, I could have sworn it was, earlier. Hmm. It's a it's a task to put a 4 and a 6-year-old to bed, right? And it's a task, especially if you have 3 children in that little trailer under 6 years old, right? You have a 2, a 4, pretty much a 2-year-old, an 18-month or 16-month at the time, year and a half, 2, a 4, and a 6, right? Basically, every 2 years, Malaya's having a child. And putting 3 kids to bed is it's not an easy task, especially these kids that didn't have any sort of routine. So he doesn't remember that. Very interesting, right? Tammy, thank you so much, my dear. It's very kind of you. Really, really do appreciate you. And thank you again for becoming. Thank you, my love. Very kind. Thank you so much. Mick Mac, where have you been, girl? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Good to see you, baby. How you doing, Miss Mick Mac? Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Putting our children to bed was my job. My hubby would not have had a clue. Correct. Correct. Nobody's asking Daniel to have a clue about it, right? Nobody's even asking. Although I will say it did seem like, based upon his story, which I don't believe, but based upon his story, checking in at midnight or a little after midnight, turning the lights on, seemed like he does care about checking on them, and so he might have a clue. But regardless, you know, if there's 3 kids in your home under 6 years old, and if they're in their bedroom, if they're in the kitchen, or whatever, the trailer is probably under 800 square feet, 5 to 800 square feet, something like that. Not very, very big, right? Right. Mr. Forehead, thinking open-minded, what if M had rugged him with sleeping pills? She did go to the store. She said herself he slept all through the night till 9:40 a.m. I mean, anything is possible. I don't see that happening because he wouldn't be lying like he is. And clearly he is telling us right here that RCMP believes that he did something to the children Thursday night. It's one of the biggest, in my opinion, bombshells that Daniel has said. So that's kind of crazy to me.
Asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking.
Okay.
And there's not enough detail because.
Just listen to this. I want you to see how manipulating he is.
And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you.
I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. He can remember whole Thursday and Wednesday, but there's not enough details. Well, if you went through the whole thing, that's details. That's details, right? We came home. I went to the garage or whatever to get my tools. I helped mom on the fence until dark. I went inside. I had dinner, right? We watched some television for an hour. Malaya put the kids down at 10 o'clock. It's not complicated, Daniel. He is manipulating the shit out of this. It's incredible. Incredible. How manipulating, and the term I hate is gaslighting, but he is truly gaslighting here. He truly is. Thank you, Miss Kelly. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Very kind of you, Miss Kelly. Appreciate you, darling. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our girl Kelly a big thank you. Really do appreciate you, my love. And then I mean, he's literally wants us to blame. He wants us. I can't even say it without laughing. He wants us to believe that the RCMP officers that flew across the country with their dogs or drove whatever came there and accused him of unaliving or doing something to not one but two children on Thursday night, and they have a reason to believe something happened Thursday night. They've got more answers than we do, but he says that the RCMP officer says he's seen Daniel, not Malaya, but saw Daniel or on the television once, and that's all he knows about this case. The RCMP officers are going to drive across the country, take on part of this case, search for two children, and blame him of literally doing something to the kids. And he wants you to believe they had no idea about this case. And if people believe that, God bless you. Really, bless your little heart. That's all I can say. Bless your little heart if you believe that.
Thursday didn't have enough details, and we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. And I asked him, like, what are you talking about? Like, I just ran through whole Thursday and Wednesday with you. Like, we just spent the last 20 minutes talking. And there's not enough detail because I thought it was an ordinary day. In the end, like, cadaver dogs were there. They went through, and the story continues. In conclusion to all this, there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. I'm still helping investigators at every turn we could possibly think of. And hopefully we see some kind of resolution soon, or some kind of outcome that's positive.
How's that communication in your
we
relationship with
didn't get the first
RCMP
thing
now,
right.
5 months later, and then given that interaction a few weeks ago?
At this point, I go to them. They don't ever come to me. It's just like I have to contact them, I have to go to them, and it's been like that for a little while now because I've given them so many leads, and there's only so much I can do. I was told not to pursue any leads, so I'm not the one who's going to be going out there investigating.
Why do you pursue leads? Because you're still out there talking to people and finding out new details.
By pursuing leads, they mean if I have a lead, I don't track it down in person. But yeah, like, I'm still open to talk to the public. I have no fake accounts. I don't have.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things here that, in my opinion, that is pointing straight toward Daniel. Again, Malaya left Daniel and never looked back. Never looked back. She hasn't even spoken bad about him. I slowed it a little bit. I usually don't slow chat, but I slowed it just a little bit. You can generally slow it down yourself. You just use your finger and it'll slow down and you can adjust it. Excuse me. So Malaya left, never looked back, hasn't really spoken bad about him. But Daniel has constantly not constantly, on and off, regularly blamed her. Yes, guys, please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up. Regularly blamed her, right? Claiming that she stole, the shirts and all of that. And if they were found with Jack and Lily, which is a very odd thing to say, insinuating, people don't bring that part up enough. If they were found with Jack and Lily. But Daniel also says now that he believes they're alive. Now, finding them with Jack and Lily is insinuating that they're not alive. It's insinuating that they're not alive. That there was nefarious things that happened and that they're not alive, right? If they are found with like their remains. And that should stick out to everyone. Yes, Joyous. Now, since talking to other people, Daniel now says he has found those clothes, which haven't seen him wear it once since then. He has a big tendency of wearing just 3 or 4 shirts. So haven't seen him wear those 2 shirts that he was wearing Friday and Saturday. That he also says that he was gone a lot the first 1 and 2 days of Jack and Lily missing. Justin, hey, there's a duper's delight on the screen after DM says fake account 1,000%. 1,000%. Was the code note about the phone? and pictures planted or as a distraction. Um, I believe it was more or less to say, here, yeah, they're here. They're here. They were out. Yeah, of course they walked off. Of course they walked off. Right? But I don't think Daniel realized how well, he said this. He didn't realize how big this was going to be. Um and he got scared. And he got scared. And I, like I've always said, I do believe this pink blanket and these shoe prints and all of that is one of his, as of to date, is, other than his mouth and his lies because of his mouth, is his Achilles heel in this.
Anything that would be not under my name. Like I go fully into every comment with my name.
He volunteered this. He absolutely volunteered this. Nothing like what, she doesn't give a fucking wooden nickel about him, his screen names. He did this because he was fighting with his girlfriend, and he was, and we know this now. We know this because I believe DM was talking about it. He was trying to get ahead of it, right? And that's what Daniel does. Now, if he didn't want, his fight with his girlfriend and these texts getting out saying that he wanted to R her, imagine what he would do when two children are missing. We know Daniel, it's patterns. It absolutely is patterns. And it's absolutely control, 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 and control. 1,000%. Okay. Let me see here. And someone wrote this on, her name's Heather, in one of the groups. And I'll read it. And it kind of goes over while we were talking about why did Malaya leave? There can only be a few reasons. A few reasons. What happened that day for Malaya to leave so abruptly? To block Daniel on everything and to change her relationship status to single. This was the man who she was in a common law marriage with. She had her Facebook plastered with the photos of them together, portraying him to be the best thing that ever happened to her. That happy couple, right? When she made these drastic moves, the photo of them together were gone like a fart in the wind. She didn't make these drastic moves as a result of the altercation on the property. It's so much more than that. She didn't take these drastic measures under the advice of the police. They wouldn't advise her to just leave him, block him on everything, change her relationship status to single, remove all evidence of them ever being a couple, and to completely ghost him. It's suddenly as if he doesn't exist to her. The man whom she shared a baby with and who she considered to be the stepfather of her other two children. What was so significant that it caused Malaya to essentially erase Daniel from her life? And it's true. It's absolutely true. It was her only way out. I don't believe it was her only way out. Her family had tried to get her out before. Right? Okay, look at this one right here. Check this out. Let me find it here. One second. Bear with me. Okay. Oh, look at this. Look at Dr. Vaughn here. Let me show you this, guys. Watch your here. This is good.
Gators told me straight out when I asked. I asked them if it's planted, and they said yes. And then I didn't push any further for any more information after that.
Did you just wait? Why isn't this a bigger thing right now? Why isn't anybody talking about this more? He just said that the investigators told him that the blanket was planted. Is that what he just said?
Like recent was that
was on the day that they came and the investigators came and got all Jack and Lily's belongings from the house. So that would have been like a little over 3.5 months in, closer to the 4th month.
Okay, so not too long.
And they know that for 100% because they reviewed all of the bus footage, right, from the school buses.
I love her reactions too.
Investigators told me straight out when I asked. I asked them if it's planted, and they said yes. And then I didn't push any further for any more information after that.
Now, listen to Daniel right here. Daniel says RCMP 100, an absolute 100% says that blanket was planted. Now, I have talked about this blanket ad nauseum, okay? And I will still continue to talk about this blanket because it is very important. It's very important. Daniel says the RCMP 100% said that blanket was planted. Again, if you have watched me and watched this case from the beginning, it's I think it's the CBC that said we asked the RCMP about the blanket, but the RCMP won't say anything about a blanket. Many times, law enforcement, if it's just a flat out no, they'll just say no. You have to look at their words carefully. They won't mention it. They wouldn't mention it. They could have just said, no, the blanket has nothing to do with this case. No, just a flat out no, if it really had nothing to do with this case. Or they'll say, at this time, there's no evidence, right? At this time. It may mean it may mean something in court later, or in this case, later. But as I'm saying right now, they would not speak about it. And that's important. Then kept talking about it. And then they finally came out and said, yes, it does have something to do with the case. And remember, Daniel is the one and only person to say that this was not NOT, not Lily's blanket in the beginning. He also says he was the one that threw it away. Janie even says she watched him throw it away. However, in the documents, Malaya says she was the one to throw this away. Daniel says there was a perfect hole for a handprint to get, to just reach in there and grab it. The only way someone is going to reach in and grab the blanket is if they know it is in there first. Right? If they know it's in there first. There was only 3 people that may have known that it was in there. I don't care if you're a neighbor or whatever. While all of this shit is going on, you're not going to think to look in your neighbor's garbage box or whatever and reach in, and get, you don't know what the hell's in there. You have no idea what's in there. And it's just this little, piece of a blanket 1 kilometer away, about 6-7 foot high in a tree, good eye length.
Did you just wait? Why isn't this a bigger thing right now? Why isn't anybody talking about this more? He just said that the investigators told him that the blanket was planted. Is that what he just said?
Like recent was that?
That was on the day that they came and the investigators came and got all Jack and Lily's belongings from the house. So that would have been like a little over 3.5 months in, close to.
So this day that they are getting Jack and Lily's belongings, right? Hole in the bag, and the blanket was on the bottom. It was supposedly in 2 bags or something like that. But remember, we also have pictures of it being on the porch. I believe, in my opinion, that blanket was on the porch and it was put in these bags. The other part of it, and it was staged. I think the trash was staged just like the blanket was staged, in my opinion. Katie did it. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you very, very much for gifting 2 pearl necklaces. It's very kind of you. Katie did it. No, sorry, Katie did. Sorry. Appreciate you, my dear, for gifting 2 pearl necklaces. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our beautiful Katie did. Thank you so much, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you so much for your support. And Alicia, thank you so much for renewing your pearl membership, my dear. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Joy, if it was all Daniel, why is Malaya not talking and spilling to the cops? We don't know. In fact, she may be. They may have offered her some sort of immunity. If we don't know. I mean, they did not call her in the other day to question her for 2 hours like they did Daniel. Remember, they've questioned Daniel more than any person. And if you go back and just listen to the stream, Daniel says, they told me I did something to the kids Thursday night. Thursday night. Now, bless you. Obviously, if the RCMP believed, and remember, this was after the RCMP gave Daniel and Malaya this polygraph test when the dogs was there with the RCMP. Daniel, we believe you did something to the kids Thursday night. You. If that is true, what Daniel was saying, that they did blame him Thursday night, then that lie detector test has indeed not relieved him of suspicion, in my opinion. Right? Lawyered. Oh, thank you, Miss Joyous. It's very kind of you, Mamacitas. Thank you, Mr. Joyous. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Much love to you, Miss Joyous. Love you so much, honey. Appreciate you. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, thank Mr. and Mrs. Joyous for being so incredibly kind to me. Thank you so much, Miss Joyous. Listen, I think Malaya is ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't think she was a good mother. I don't think she's a good human, to be quite honest with you. But I do also believe that the kids would not be missing if they were just in Malaya's care as well. I do think it's the lesser of two evils. And that's just the truth. There's a saying, if you are guilty, you need a good lawyer. If you are innocent, you need a really good lawyer. What? No, it's if you're, hold on, I think I screwed that up. If you are guilty, you need a good lawyer. If you're innocent, you really need a good lawyer. That's what it is. You really need a good lawyer. And the thing is, the reason I think Malaya is not out there is because just the same as the reason I believe she left is she knows the children are not alive. Right? The only reason a mother wouldn't be out there would not be out there is if she knew they were not alive. Right? Now, remember also this. Think about this. On when the RCMP said that they believed that the children were no longer alive out there if they, were out there in the woods. But they also said in the documents, or maybe not the documents, maybe it was the documents. I know the lie detector test. It is in the documents as well. Did you have something to do with the death or murder of Jack and Lily? Right. You know what I mean? She knows Daniel is something. Yeah. I believe Malaya is still young in her mind. Like, I think she just wanted to be like a young girl who just never had to have responsibility. But that's not what you get when you're a mother of 3. I also believe, in my opinion, that Malaya is on substances as well. I don't know if she is now, but I do know she is out drinking and partying. I do know that. I'm not going to say allegedly on that either. Which, honestly, if she gets caught doing that, she could get in trouble with, seeing Meadow and stuff.
To the 4th month.
Okay, so not too long.
And they know that for 100% because they reviewed all the bus footage, right, from the school buses.
Oh, no, exactly, Joyous. Exactly. Right. Or Angel. She should. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, she knows 2 of her 3 kids are not coming, are not ever coming back. So there's that. And I believe that's also why she left. I truly, truly do. All right. Guys, I've got so much here. I don't know if I'll get into that part today. Hold on. Did I share this? Oh, let me show you this. Let me show you this, Malaya. Let me show you this. Because people say, you don't know how you would act. The fuck I don't. I know in a lot of situations, but you couldn't stop me. You couldn't hold me down. You couldn't drug me enough for me to sit the fuck back and be filing my nails and partying and getting, worrying about dick whenever you got 2 kids missing. Sorry, not sorry. So miss me with that bullshit. Okay. Let me show you what a mother does. Even I tell you guys this all the time. It doesn't matter if it's human or an animal. Look at this dog right here. I have to turn the music on and put a cover over this or it'll get me. This is what a mother does.
By the veterinarians came to their clinic door this week clutching her lifeless puppy in her mouth. The tech initially believed that the puppy was dead. However, the vet detected a faint heartbeat, gave it a shot of adrenaline, then warmed the puppy with a hairdryer. Mom remained nearby, occasionally checking in on her baby. The vet believes mom.
The mother, a dog, took her baby to the vet. That's what a mother does. That's what a mother does. You don't have 1 child, Malay. You have 2 precious babies. Daniel can't stop thinking about himself long enough. Right? There are step parents that they love their stepchildren just as much, and they don't even call them stepchildren a lot of times, as much as they do their own, right? Because they love their wife or their husband, and when they love, their wife or husband, they grow to love the kids. And there are others that can't get over themselves long enough.
May have known about this clinic by following members of the community who rescued her other puppy and then brought it there. Amazing story. And if you're furrowing your brow saying impossible, I will just say on a personal note, as a child, we moved about 15 miles from one house to another. Our cat got out accidentally, and a month later showed up at our former house 15 miles away. Animals are capable of amazing things.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
But that's amazing that she knew to do that. Walk
mama's
right
love,
to the
right?
door.
Yeah. Anything for your babies.
Yeah. Anything for your babies, except for some, right? Some just never do that. And in my opinion, it's not because of anything else other than Malaya knows that they're not coming home. And there's just no point to be out here like Daniel, just making more inconsistencies for herself. She knows she's more intelligent than that, right? And I believe she knows she's content with that part of it because she, in my opinion, knows what happened to them and potentially why she left Daniel. And that is based upon hold on. Who's playing? Mike Damon. We did our job. Something went wrong. Okay, I'll look at that later. Okay, someone sent me something. Humans are the cruelest animals. They are. Okay, moving on. Moving on here. All right, I want to look at one second. Malaya tells the 911 dispatcher Jack and Lily went missing at 8 a.m. She doesn't call until 911 rather, until 10 a.m. She messaged her mom at 8:28, way before she calls 911. Janie is stating she got a call from her brother at 8:48. Never mentions seeing Daniel and Malaya outside looking for the kids anytime around 8 or 9 a.m. That's exactly right. Okay. Look at this.
And you guys mentioned that you guys could hear them throughout the morning. Is that correct?
Yes, I actually did hear. I know when it says in the documents that we heard them in the next room over, like in their bedroom. I didn't hear them in their bedroom. I heard when Lily would pop in, I heard Jack in the kitchen.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I heard him rustling around in the kitchen, right? But then when me and Malaya made our way out to the kitchen, there was nothing moved. The chairs were still perfectly in place. There was no chairs pulled up against the counter for them to, they usually would jump up and take food if they wanted, because kids always do that, right? They would go into the fridge. They would go into the other pantry and grab food if they wanted. Like, they had unlimited food if they wanted to grab it. And, they would go into the fridge, take yogurt cups and eat them, or cereal or whatever. So, but nothing was moved, Daniel. Nothing was moved.
And now they're being loud-ish. You mean loud enough for you guys to hear them? You're
Loud enough for you guys to hear them. But Malaya says they were so loud because their bedroom was next to Daniel and Malaya and where Meadow slept. and Meadows' crib is in in Daniel's and Malaya's bedroom. If that is, and it, if Jack and Lily woke Meadow up, which is what is in the documents, and Malaya got up to get Meadow, and she laid back down with Daniel. Daniel says right here that he didn't hear that. He didn't hear that part.
And you guys mentioned that you guys could hear them throughout the morning. Is that correct?
Yes, I actually did hear. I know when it says in the documents that we heard them in the next room over, like in their bedroom. I didn't hear them in their bedroom.
He didn't hear them in their bedroom. He didn't hear them in their bedroom. Okay.
Heard when Lily would pop in, I heard Jack in the kitchen.
Does it make sense for Lily to just pop in a couple times? Does that make sense? She came into the room and then she just popped her head in without saying anything, just poking her head in. Because the day before, Lily and Jack, according to Daniel and Malaya, the morning before they woke up, on Wednesday, they woke up, both of them, and they both go straight into Daniel and Malaya's bedroom, that's typical. That's very typical for kids of that age. What's the first thing they do when they wake up? They go straight to wake you up, right? Or they'll go in and play in, the bedroom, or, do something, but they want breakfast or whatever, right? But he says Lily just goes in there and basically stares. Until recently, he says Lily actually said, "Good morning, Dad," or "Good morning, Daddy," which is something we learned the first time in nearly 6 months, which I don't believe. Maybe. I'm not going to say, never mind. I'm just not going to go that low. I felt like.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I heard him rustling around in the kitchen, right? But then when
you heard them rustling around in the kitchen. What does that mean? Rustling around in the kitchen. Nothing was moved. But there was this rustling. No food was taken out, right? No chair was moved. But I would like Daniel to talk about that one thing. Again, the one thing, Daniel, that you said was missing out of that kitchen, that you still to this day have not said anything. You said there was something missing out of the kitchen, and I call bullshit. How did he know it was Jack in the kitchen? Well, I mean, he paints a very vivid picture about them getting their boots on and opening up the door. He's assuming. It's crazy. Sarah with an H. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you very, very much. Look at Doc-Polly in 24 a spouse was to eliminate her as a suspect. They don't make that statement about Dee's poly. Docs 24, a purpose was to eliminate her as a suspect. They don't make that. Really? Let's see here. Thank you for that, Sarah with an H. I appreciate your support. Let me see here. See here. Might have been the next one. Bear with me. Polygraph, maybe. Okay. All right. They mentioned polygraph. Okay. On March 12th, Daniel underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP conducted. The following is a summary of the polygraph. Let me get to Malaya. He was. Did they I need to look at the new unredacted part. Malaya on May 12, 2025, Malaya underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP detachment conducted by, the following is a summary of the polygraph examination. Malaya willingly agreed to undergo a polygraph examination in relation to this investigation in an effort to eliminate her as a suspect in causing her children's disappearance and possibly murder. Ooh, that's you got it, girl. That's a great point. Holy. So, this is a really good point, Sarah. I have not noticed this. I'm going to show you guys. Here we go. This is the document, and this is how I have the document because so I can look up certain words. But on look at Daniel's. Daniel underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP conducted by Rose whatever. The following is a summary of the polygraph examination report. Okay, Sergeant Bartholomew said the analysis of the polygraph tracing associated to Daniel's polygraph examination procedure indicated he was, and then it's redacted. All of that's redacted, right? And it says on Monday, or sorry, or on May 15th, 2025, right? Okay. Now look at Malaya's. Malaya underwent a polygraph examination at the Bible Hill RCMP detachment conducted by Sergeant. Okay, the following is a summary of the polygraph examination report. Malaya willingly agreed to undergo a polygraph examination in relation to this investigation, comma, this is the important part, in an effort to eliminate her as a suspect in causing her children's disappearance and possible unaliving. She was found to have been truthful when answering the following questions, and it doesn't give that. It doesn't give, but it says in an effort. It does not say that about Daniel. That's a smack great point. Right? in an effort to eliminate her. Now, Daniel's, it doesn't say to eliminate, anything like that. But in hers, it's to eliminate her as a suspect in causing her children's disappearance and possible unaliving. She was found truthful. Now, Daniel's, it doesn't say up here that he was found truthful, and it doesn't say anything about eliminating. Thank you, Wendy. Very good point. Doesn't say that with Daniel at all. And it doesn't say under his that he had passed either. You know, Tina, I'm going to highlight that for a second, and I'm going to come back to that in a second, because I still don't believe he passed. Because in his interview, she said, "How was it?" And he said, "I was nervous, especially when they asked, did you unalive Jack or Lily?" He's admitting that he's fucking nervous as hell, number one. And then before that interview, he was outside doing another interview, and the interviewer said, "Did you pass your polygraph?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not really sure if I can say or not, but I'm going to tell you anyway," or something like that. We'll get to that in a second. I've got to pull that up. But yeah, that is a very good point, Sarah, with an H. Thank you so much. Very, very good point. Kristen, good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. Really, really good. Oh, thank you, love. I appreciate your calm demeanor because I can enjoy watching you anytime. Thank you for my new membership. Awesome. Thank you so much, Kristen. I appreciate you. I try to be calm. Sometimes I get a little passionate. And I get a little foul mouth, but I promise you it's because I care. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense. I just cannot stand the fact that people lie on a 4 and a 6-year-old. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. So thank you for your support, Kristen, and thank you for those kind words. Appreciate you, my dear. And Joanne, good to see you, love. Thank you so much, my dear, for gifting that pearl necklace. How you doing, Joanne? Good to see you. Oh, I love the cardinal. Love the cardinal. They're so pretty when that's the only thing like I appreciate, like the winter time. I love to see like the cardinals and the birds out. I feed the birds and stuff like that. So, thank you so much. Really, really do appreciate you. If you received one of those, make sure you thank our dear Joanne for that. Jen says, so both Daniel and Jeannie did not pass their polygraphs, but they made an excuse for Janie's. I'm not going to say that, but I find it. I don't believe he passed. I don't. If he did, I believe he manipulated it, in my opinion. But that's just an opinion. That's not a fact. Jenny G. Hey, Jenny G. Thank you so much. Usually a lurker, but love the general. Thank you, Jenny G. For being a member. You don't have to be a lurker. You don't have to be a lurker. The lurkers can come out. Come out. Thank you so much, Jenny G. Appreciate you very, very much. Justin, why do you think Daniel said he would see Malay in prison? Good question. Really? Because I think he's knows Malaya can get him potentially in a lot of trouble. And I think he was worried and is worried about that, in my opinion. Just to be honest with you. Okay, let's move on here because I want to show you something here. Let me see if I got it here. Just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. I apologize. All right. As we know that put a 1 in the chat if you remember Junkyard Janie saying that she was out hoeing her yard or raking her yard or doing something in her yard the night when she saw Jack and Lily playing with bugs and all of that. Oh, thank you, Chris. You guys remember that? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Perfect. Janie, I honestly don't know why they do this to themselves. I mean, I really ask them this. Why would you do this to yourself? No, kids here have a pool, but was not raking the driveway on Thursday night. If I didn't, or if I did rather, don't you think the RCMP would notice? They are not stupid. She says she does. Hold on 1 second. 1 second. You're absolutely right. Watch this. Let me see if I got it here. Watch this. She certainly does. Can you believe she says this here? Oh, it's crazy to me. It's just insanity to me. Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah. Just bear with me. I apologize, guys. It's right here. It's got to be the other one, though. Here it is. Okay, I found it. Let's see if we can find this right here. Thank you.
Would it come out this door?
Let me see here. Oh my God, Shannon. Thank you so much, honey. That is very, very, very generous of you. I really do appreciate that, Shannon. My goodness. Thank you, love. Very, very kind of you. I appreciate you, Shannon, so much. Very, very, very sweet of you. Thank you. I get nervous when people do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, dear. I don't know what else to say other than thank you. Very, very, very kind. Love you, darling. You are very sweet to me. And Miss Canadian Cookie, thank you, love. You are very kind to me as well. Thank you so much for gifting 2 pearl necklaces. Much love to you, Shannon, and Canadian Cookies. I appreciate my gals so much. You are incredibly kind. Just incredible. Thank you. Truly. Okay. Did I just fucking exit out of it? Okay, it's still up. Okay. Here we go. All right. Thank you, love. Okay. Let's see here. Let's see here. Watch this.
Heard them. That's when I heard them. Right here in this area here. I plan on putting a pool up this year for the kids. You need level ground for a pool. That's what I was doing. I was leveling out the ground to set up a pool.
And this is the Thursday.
This is Thursday.
Right.
Yeah, Janie. Yeah. You wasn't out, fixing shit for the pool Thursday, was you? Was you? And this is Thursday. This is Thursday. Okay. Why do they do this to themselves? You know what I think it is? I'll tell you what I think it is right now. I think they're trying to not talk about Thursday as much as possible now. That way they can make wiggle room for no details that night. No details. Right? No details. It's not going to work. You've talked 6 months.
Friday, all the investigators, search and rescue and everything, right around here was where they found the only footprint.
This is where the boot.
This is where I was raking that night. That's where the.
Oh, where I was raking that night. There you fucking go. Pardon my French. There you go. Like, Janie. Girl. Why is she so loud? I think it's her. I think she's got her estrogen 2 up or something like that. I don't know. She sounds like Marge Simpson. That was Thursday. Thursday night when I was raking. Yeah. Go back to the screenshot of that comment. Yes. No kids here have a pool, was not raking the driveway on Thursday night. If I did, don't you think the RCMP would notice? They are not stupid. They're not stupid, but it sounds like, I don't like to call people stupid, but that seems a little stupid. Oh my gosh. It's a little too late to do the right thing now. So, yes, some timers, not all timers. I don't know what else to say, man. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. You know what I mean? Daisy love, my Daisy love. I need you. Thank you, Daisy love. Thanks for the coverage on this case. First time to the baby. It is. It is very, very sad. It is. Thank you so much, Daisy. I appreciate you. 15 months means so much, truly. And thank you so much for your continued support. It saddens me whenever kids are failed in life, when their life was so bad. In my opinion, it brought them to, in my opinion, their death. And that even in their death, they're failed. And we can't let that happen. Can't let that happen. Not going to let that happen. Thank you so much, my dear, for 15 months. Appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Hey, Kristen. Good to see you, Mama Susan. I think early in the morning when Daniel's truck was seen by his neighbors, that's when he got rid of the kids' bodies. It's very possible. It's very, very possible. I think there was a specific area that that the RCMP should have looked at, because I believe, just in my opinion, that they were they were placed somewhere away from the home, not far, I'll say. And then they were later placed somewhere else. But I believe I think the RCMP, as long as they they would help the public, give the public more, which they have recently, in my opinion, with not willingly, but because of the media requested it to be unredacted, took them to the court. Thank you, Canadian media, for that. I think it helps us look in some new interesting areas, right? And I think it was yeah. Thank you so much, Kristen. Appreciate you very, very, very much, my dear. But the neighbors said that it was what time was it? Between midnight and 5 o'clock, something like that. But it could have been after. We don't know. We don't know. But I think a lot happened that night. A lot. Appreciate you, Miss Kristen. Thank you so much, and thank you for being a member and a Pearl on this channel. Appreciate you, love. Leslie, always keeping it real, girl. How you doing? Thank you so much, Leslie. Always appreciate you. My dear, thank you so much. Thank you for being a member here on the Pearl family. I love your picture. I always love your picture. Thank you, dear. Cherie, thank you so much, my darling. Good to see you. What are you doing? Love your name. Appreciate you, my dear Cherie, and thank you so much for being gifting a pearl necklace, and thank you so much for being a beautiful pearl here on the channel as well, my dear. Appreciate you so very much, my love. Good to see you. And if you receive that, make sure you thank Cherie and thank beautiful Norbeaster. You Norbeaster as well. Thank you so much, my dear. You received that pearl necklace from Norbeaster. Make sure you thank our beautiful Norbeaster as well. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. Okay. So yeah, Janie definitely did say that they were that she was what's the word, raking or hoeing around that night, I should say, whatever you want to call it. Janie's got a rake, womp, 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 womp. And she likes the cake. Womp, 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 womp. Okay, here we go. Credit goes to my friend and yours, Hunter S. True Crime. Guys, sub up to Hunter S. We need to get Hunter over 1,000. So deserving. Oh my God. I'm just dropping the link right there. Let's get Hunter over 1,000. This creator deserves it so much, in my opinion. Works very hard on these videos. Not only just the mind. I love Hunter's mind. I think there's creators, and I think there's really good creators in true crime. And Hunter doesn't do a lot, but I thank you for subbing, Bobby. But I appreciate when Hunter, the mind behind. Thank you, Shelby, for subbing. Thank you guys for subbing the Hunter. Got a good memory. Thank you, Tasha. Thank you all for subbing. Thank you, Andrea. You'll appreciate it. You'll appreciate it. You really will. Got a good memory for putting 2 clips together. Thank you all for subbing. I appreciate you very much. Yeah, very good. The mind behind is what I appreciate. That mind, because you gotta think outside the box. You know what I mean? Christine, hi, Mamacita. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate it. Very generous loving, Miss Christine. Love you, darling. Very kind of you, Miss Christine. Thank you so incredibly much for your support, my dear. And thank you for being a member. Really, really do appreciate you, my dear. Good to see you. Hopefully you had a good Halloween or wherever you are. Does Canada and Australia and like the UK, do you guys, y'all do Halloween, don't you? You do Halloween, right? Pretty sure you do. Thank you, Chris.
Time in the garden, surrounded by hummingbirds.
All right, watch this.
I am the grandmother of Lily and Jack. I am the grandmother on the biological father's side.
Okay.
And this is my favorite picture, the first.
Guys, I forgot to tell you guys something. By the way, let me see where it was again. I figured out where I believe Daniel is in one of these pictures. Finally. Okay. Y'all want to see? And I could be wrong on this, but I don't think I am. This picture. This is Barney's. Fuck, 1 second. Oh God, I was muted. Sorry. Are you serious, JC? Why do I got that thing above me? Hold on. I don't like that thing right there. Hold on. Give me a second. How do I fix that damn thing? Layout. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't want that thing right there. Oh, right there it is. Okay, I got it. Sorry, guys. That just thing annoys me. Okay. Am I still muted? I'm not muted. No, I shouldn't be. Justin needs a shirt that says Are you one of those YouTubers? Yeah. Are you one of those? You know what I mean? Oh, Catherine, good to see you, my dear. Thank you. You guys are just incredibly generous. Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you so much. I hopefully will have my floors done tomorrow. Please, Lord. And we'll be back to our normal stuff. Thank you so much, Catherine. Good to see you, my dear. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, give our generous Catherine a big thank you for making you a pearl. I mean, it's not every day someone buys you a pearl necklace with a bunch of us amazing pearls together. I mean, when you're in a community like ours, it's like just the best people. I promise. The nicest, greatest, best people. Thank you so much, Catherine. Appreciate you. My dear, love you to pieces. Love you. Rob Beanie, thank you so much. My James first said he was filling in potholes, then changed it to raking for the new pool, allegedly. Correct. Filling in potholes, all of that. Yes. And thank you so much, Robini. Appreciate you. And thank you for being a member here on the channel. You are an OG for sure. She did say that. It just doesn't make sense being rainy and cold and all of that either, right? It just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? Well, it's rainy and cold and all that. Just doesn't make sense at all. Oh my God, I'm trying to get through the rest of this, guys. I want to go live about Michael Vaughn as well this evening. A lot going on with Michael Vaughn's case. We're going to be talking about a lot as well. I dropped a video. It's really, jailhouse video was terrible, the court video, but I dropped it yesterday of one of the guys, Stacy Wandra, who was being extradited.
Stay at school.
Okay, watch this.
Because they both look so happy. I think somebody hurt these kids. I think somebody hurt them. My heart tells me these babies are gone.
Now let me tell you something. Oh, you did, Trishy? Of what? With Mike, with Stacy's thing? I didn't see your text. That's weird. Belinda says she feels in her heart that they're not here, and that she feels that they're not alive. Right? I'm sorry, I'm reading something. And Janie says, a mom's heart doesn't lie. Well, Janie, but a mom will many times lie for their kid. There are those people that will lie. There's a difference in lying, a little white lie or whatever for your kid, for whatever, I guess, although you should teach them not to lie to begin with. But then, when something really big, it would hurt, right, to tell on your kid no matter what, but you have to do the right thing, because your child has grown up to be a man, Jack and Lily are children. They are a vulnerable part of our society. And they didn't get to grow up. So listen to this.
My heart tells me that. And they deserve so much better than what they got. Well, these are everybody's grandchildren. They're not just mine now.
Do you think your son had anything to do with the disappearance of Jack and Lily?
No, I don't believe Daniel had anything to do with the disappearance of Jack and Lily. Our heart don't lie, and my heart is telling me that my kid did not have nothing to do with this, and I had nothing to do with this. You know, if something bad happens, you get, like, your heart drops. Mine hasn't dropped. Deep down in my heart, I do believe Jack and Lily are alive. It's not because of what a people...
Well, Janie, I mean, you guys saw me as Janie last night. Maybe her heart hasn't dropped, but
people are saying, it's my heart tells me that they are alive.
I find it hard to believe that a 6 and 4-year-old would just disappear like that. I guarantee you, if I was still working today, that'd be the thing you'd be racing around your mind all the time.
Oh, I got to show you.
Where would they have gone? Like, we have done everything. I think the last thing I read, they searched the square kilometer area, 5 kilometers. That's a big area. And that's meticulously.
Guys, 5 kilometers is about, what, 3.5 miles? Thank you, Peggy.
Search.
I want to show you something.
When she told me the kids were missing, you automatically think they went into the woods. That was my first instinct. I've observed those kids for 2 years. We went for walks in the woods. I had to practically carry Jack through the woods because there was no way that he was walking through all that tree falls and bushes.
It's actually fairly mild compared to some of the areas.
Over a total of 10 days, they searched for 12,000 hours.
It's pretty much unheard of in this province. It's the biggest search I've been involved in.
And she's been at this 22 years.
Do you think those kids are in the woods?
From everything I've seen, yes.
Why can't you find them?
They're small, they'd be hiding. They would have crawled underneath something probably when they got tired. They could have gone further than what we searched. There's all kinds of scenarios, unfortunately.
They didn't get lost in the woods, and I'm going to be the first one to ever say that I don't think they're in the woods whatsoever.
Daniel says in one very interesting text, he says that Malaya lied to me and I fell for it. I was stupid, right? I was stupid about what was the term for believing her. 5 kilometers is 3 miles. It's what, 1.6? I'm trying to think. 1.6. Okay, thank you. 3 miles. 3 miles. If anyone believes that Jack and Lily got outside of a 3-mile radius with the amount of technology, the amount of searchers, aircraft, drones, just people out looking on their own properties and all of that, in that type of weather, you're smoking something, honey. You really are. You're really smoking something. Thank you, Miss Care. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Good to see you, Miss Karen. How you doing, sweeties? Hopefully you and yours had a good Halloween. Thank you, my love. I really, really do appreciate you, Miss Karen. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you so very much for your support, babies. Good to see you, honey. And Kristen, thank you so much, darling. Didn't they already have cadaver dogs go around the property and woods where the blankets were staged? Good question, Chris. And the answer is no, they did not. They did not. And in my opinion, that was a big mistake. A big mistake. I think there are things that need to change in all of these missing children's cases. One, whenever a child goes missing, the home needs to be vacant instantly, immediately. Number two, I think there needs to be search dogs and or cadaver dogs. There was scent detection dogs that checks a live scent, but it's a live scent. They were checking to see if there was any live scent of Jack or Lily, leading to a trail. But I also think that they need to check the scents of the parents and any other mother chicken that lives in or on that property. Period. They need to check the scents. In my opinion, they should have checked Daniel's scent. They should have checked Malaya's scent to see if it leads them anywhere, and Junkyard Janie's as well. They did not bring cadaver dogs in until just the other day. Just the other day. Nearly 6 months later. Way too long. Way too long. And I believe that would really, really help. Listen, God forbid, heaven forbid, any of our kids go missing. Listen, you do what you need to do. Figure it out. Look at me since the day I was born. Right now, clear out my house. Do whatever you got to do to just find my kid. Period. Right? You need my clothes? Here it is. I'll rip them off right now. Take them. That's just that. Anybody in the house? There you go. There you go. You don't give a damn. You don't give a damn. You just want your kid found. And you'll move heaven and earth, if you can, to do so. Just the way it is. You would give it all up just to have your kid back. Period. Thank you so much, Miss Kristen. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. They are doing testing on the blanket and all that. It might come back with some sort of fibers or whatever. There's some things that I would like to say about some of the testing and stuff, but I won't say it on here. And the reason I won't is because I don't know if I don't want to give Daniel anything or anyone anything to say to get ahead of something. Once, on something specific, on some specific things. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Kelly. Miss Kelly, very, very sweet. Again, Kelly, thank you so incredibly much. Really do appreciate that, my dear. Those responsible will be caught. Amen. Amen, Kirsten. Thank you so much, Miss Kelly. Hopefully you and yours had a good Halloween. Oh, thank you, Bridget. Good to see you. Daphne was hilarious. Last night she was, yes. Appreciate you, Miss Kelly. If you received one of those pearl necklaces from our beautiful Kelly, make sure you give her a big, big, big thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you and your support and being a member and a mod and all that stuff, my dear. Appreciate it. All right, watch this.
I don't think they ever were. I'm out here still searching, still fighting to try to find them.
Look at Daniel's, just the different things that Mr. Martell has said, right? You couldn't get me to shut up if my kid was missing, of course. That's right. That's right. Watch Save Kids from CSA. Amen. Amen. There is just an energy, we call it mama bear or papa bear, that is instilled, is innate within us, that we will protect, particularly our kids and those we really love, but mainly our kids, more than anyone else. It's an energy or something that you don't have. It's just different.
That's all I can do.
The message is still, if anyone knows anything.
If anybody knows anything, just come forward as soon as possible. 2 little kids are still out there. I want to find them. So they all.
Look at there, Daniel wearing the same shirt, first of all, which he only wears about 3 or 4 different shirts. Daniel, you said you gathered those 2 shirts that the day you were looking for Lily and Jack, when you claim you were gone for most of the day, Friday and Saturday. Why are you not wearing any of those shirts, Daniel? Huh? You said you found them. That interviewer had to remind him to tell the public. Yep.
All I can do. Still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs, and searchers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the search is just so far out. They were at Lansdowne Lake, and they told me that they scoured the lake, divers, and sonared the lake, and there's no evidence at all. If they were in this area, would have found them. My family's still searching. Cadaver dogs. They search for anything.
1 second.
Waiting for information. I have to let them do.
The message is still, if anyone knows anything.
If anybody knows anything, just come forward as soon as possible. 2 little kids are still out there. I want to find them. That's really all I can do. Still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs, and searchers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the search is just so far out. They were at.
What interests me right there is when he says, I can't search anymore because the searches are just so far out. I just can't go running through the woods. Except that's exactly what he was doing, and essentially everyone else was doing. It's so far out. Well, it's essentially 3 kilometers, 3.5 kilometers out. What does that mean, so far out? Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, he was checking culverts and all of that, right? It's crazy. Oh my God, fun to ski. 1 second. Thank you so much, Fundaski. My goodness, I appreciate you, my darling. Thank you so much. So good to see you, Fundaski. How you doing? That's my mother-in-law, so I was just checking on her. Thank you so much, Fundaski. Appreciate you so much. OG Fundaski is an OG. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. You received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you give our Fundaski a big thank you, my dear. Love you, darling. Good to see you. Justin Daniel fishing at the Trenton connector. I'm behind in video. Not sure if someone already told you. Trenton connector. Let me screenshot that. Okay, I'm going to look that up. There's some more that we need to look at too. Oh, damn. 1 second. Okay. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Here we go.
At Lansdowne Lake, and they told me that they scoured the lake, divers, and sonared the lake, and there's no evidence at all. If they were in this area, would have found them. My family's still searching. Cadaver.
Daniel looks really fucking tired here. You can tell his face is puffy. My face gets puffy whenever I get really tired as well.
If they were in this area, would have found them. My family's still searching. Bring cadaver dogs. They search for anything they can find. I want as much as they can do.
While official searches have scaled back, the children's stepfather keeps going, retracing ground already searched.
I want them home. Trying to make my way through every day when the only support I have is my family. Malaya's not here. My kids are not here. Me and my family still go out sometimes and search, but everything's been searched that we can really dive into at this time. They have over 12,000 man-hours searched in the woods.
I mean, I want you to think about that for a second. I think it's actually 16,000 now. 16,000 hours in about a 3.5 mile radius. That's a lot of searching. Right? That's a lot of searching in just a little area.
And they're planning on doing more, which I'm really grateful for.
Now, the location of the boot prints, it's near the pipeline, kind of somewhat in the direction of the pink blanket. If we I wanted to show you this and get your opinion on this. So the blanket was found here.
Okay. I do agree where the blanket is found. And again, I could absolutely be wrong about where the shoe print was found. But everything that I've ever known, and I'll say Sunny and Charmaine and Daphne, we were always told that the blanket was found over here, right over here. And according to Daniel's text that I have, he said it was right across from this as well. So
there's a road that leads back up. Now I kind of just did a line here, but there, if you follow this road and you just follow this little path here, it gets you on the pipeline. I mean, sure enough, you're right in the middle between that road that they mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Have you gone down this area yourself throughout any point?
No, I haven't. I haven't done any of that area at that point.
At any point? What about now? Like since they found the boot print and
not at any point. You just ate a clementine. Those are nice. So get this. Daniel, Jamie, we've heard on the recording, and we've seen Daniel's text in this chat room, via his phone, via interviews, all of that, that they were all out here next to the pipeline searching. Daniel supposedly caught a ride with Janie and Justin and rode on the front of the ATV. By the way, I want to show you guys something right here. One second. I want to show you guys something. Where is it at? Okay. Let me show you this. Right here. Damn. Well, I think I showed it. Okay. Let me do it like this then. I'm going to email it because it's important. Here it is. Okay. I shared this last night. Okay. Check this out. Little Danny boy saying such BS. It's crazy. Again, this is a quote from Daniel. Because he was just asked here, did you ever search or anything like that? Did you ever do it? Did you ever do it, Danny? Right? You just heard it. I quote, I did all around the house in the four-wheeler ATV. I did as much as I could on the first day and the second day, says Martell. News by Caitlin Snow, May 5th, 2025. What is he talking about? What is he talking about? Right, Linda? Yeah. Lady for Justice coming in like 10 minutes. Good. Great to be part of the prayer family. Love you, lady. Love you, darling. Appreciate you very much. Much love to you, my dear. Good to see you. Thank you, lovies. How do I say this? Fostar? Am I saying it right? Thank you so much, my dear. Thank you for being a member. Sounds a little familiar. CW. Love you, Susan. Thank you, Susan. Good to see you, babies. Appreciate you. And thank you so much for being a member here on the Pearl family as well. Really, really do appreciate you, my love. Truly. Thank you so much. DTS said a not yet certified canine follower, a scent from blanket to footprint by the pipeline. No record of that. He pushes a lie detector test. It was a polygraph. He pushed the evidence, but he twisted. Well, it's I don't know. Justin, didn't Daniel's bro Justin stay over on May 1st? They say no. They say no. There was a lot of crying and stuff.
Like
No.
that. You ever
Into
gone
this.
out here? Okay.
No. And I feel like a dummy for wasting the first day and a half searching my ass off for then my family and friends to sit down and sit me down and say to me, Daniel, we don't think they're in the woods. And then with all the resources poured in and all the searchers' time, and they got injuries, and the amount of helicopters and drones, dogs,
Hey, Daddy.
the classified technology like the satellites, they didn't find anything.
I have children. I have grandchildren. And I see what kids are like through the woods. There's no reason for any child to wander deep into the woods. There's just not.
Everything's been searched at this point, so I think everyone's just looking to, what's the alternate.
This was just the other
what could
day.
happen to the kids other than being in the woods.
It's amazing that he's got the nerve to say that, in my opinion, but that's just me.
At this point, so I think everyone's just looking to, what's the alternate,
Watch his blinking.
I think
Rapid
everyone's
blinking.
just looking to.
Not making eye contact, looking down.
Everything's been searched at this point, so I think everyone's just looking to, what's the alternate, what could happen to the kids other than being in the woods.
What I see from the outside, there's only two options here. Criminal involvement, search, they haven't found them yet. They legitimately got lost in the woods. I felt, okay, let's give them a couple of days to see if these kids are just wandered off, because they're only 6 and 4. So are they lost? They'll find them, maybe. If not,
Yes, Kristen. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Meadow is not with Malaya. And I have I'm just saying right now, if Malaya keeps the track that she's going on right now, I believe that she's not going to get Meadow back, because it seems like she's just interested in partying and men. That's it. Drinking, partying, men. I cannot even imagine getting in a relationship like this. And this is not a new thing. This is not a new thing. And there's been a few guys that she's in the last 6 months. Not just one, but I mean, I think there's just one now. And he's just as bad as Daniel, pretty much, in my opinion. I think he's been on the stuff too.
let's see how far it goes. And I says, and if it goes beyond 2 or 3 days, uh-oh. That was my reaction. What's next?
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's bizarre. If you ask me what was bizarre, I'd say, in this case, 2 with this particular family. 2 are gone.
No, based on the
This particular family, that's very interesting to me. This particular family. Yes, her man, Joe. Her man's. Surely you'd be at your wit's end not out partying. I just wouldn't, like, nobody is saying that Malaya has to be, wear a black veil over her head and, walk around with prayer hands, when she's grocery shopping or anything. Nobody's saying that, right? But it just would not be a priority whenever two of your kids is missing and the third one was taken the fuck away from you, Malaya. Come on. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And you're worried about, like, spending your money or fucking around, drinking and with men and stuff? Like, most people that, like, get out of a relationship, like a long-term relationship, just a long-term relationship. Like, some people will go out and have fun or whatever, but most of them's like, I don't need a fucking relationship for a minute. Like, this has got me too screwed up or whatever. I just need to get me right. Let alone out of an abusive relationship, not only with abusive, in my opinion, with you, but your kids, and now they're missing. Like, come on. Joe Hunter, you're so funny. God, I swear it's a Joe thing in here. The Joes are so funny. They're not the average Joes. Our Joes in here. Our two Joes in here. They're not the average.
And the review of the facts, the inclement weather, the time frames, and their age, the likelihood that they're alive right now is very low.
They'll go on the balance of probabilities based on the area that we fully searched with a lot of people. We can't find any evidence, be it a backpack, a shoe, or whatever. We can't find the kids. If you can't find them, somebody has to say enough is enough right now for searching those areas. So now we
listen. Yeah, you're right, Lady Gracious. Or no, wait, sorry, domestic pinup. Some need a man or woman in their life. They feel nothing without them. Everyone wants some companionship, some nookie, whatever, they want, whatever they're interested in. But there's just a difference when you're kids, like your entire, you went from 3 kids to nothing. One is safe, but you don't know where the other 2 is. Like, if you think a man's going to complete you right now, it's not.
move to where?
There is nothing.
There's only one other option. A nefarious take to this. In other words, a criminal type thing.
I don't know if they're out there in the woods. I mean, searchers are doing everything they can, but as from the beginning, I called for abduction.
And I do believe Daniel has a restraining order. I absolutely do feel like Daniel has a restraining order or something. No contact, whatever it is in Canada. I want an Amber Alert for my children. I want my babies home. My children are not shy to strangers and will go with anyone. They don't understand stranger danger. At this point, they may have been taken. Please send an Amber Alert.
And the family has said they believe it's an abduction or they suspect it's an abduction. Are there now any clues or anything leading you to think that might be possible?
If we had any information that led that way and we felt that we could provide anything with the public, we would have done that. We would have got that information out. We're working very closely with the family and we will pursue every avenue. But again, I'm not going to make any specific comments, but anything that would point towards that, we would immediately take steps to address things that need to.
I mean, look, this is May 7th. This is May 7th in Nova Scotia. Everyone's got coats on in May 7th. Okay? Just an FYI. They went missing allegedly May 2nd. May 1st, May 2nd.
Address. To be clear, we don't have evidence to suggest that an abduction took place at this time.
They gave you a clue when they said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this early in the game. All the techniques for a major crime are on display. They just haven't said it is a criminal investigation. So you got 2 kids missing under those kind of circumstances. To me, definitely a major crime and a possible criminal offense somewhere. Something nefarious, to me, may very well have happened.
Damn right. Something nefarious. Now listen to what this says. Forget me not. Thank you, lovies. Good to see you. Appreciate you. I was thinking last night that I'm missing a perspective. I miss Peter Hyatt. Thank you, Justin, for always speaking for the victims. Much love. I love Peter Hyatt. Love, love, love that man. Love his family as well. Peter Hyatt was truly one of the best around. He mentored me a lot behind the scenes with emails and would talk to me tremendously. And I always appreciated Peter.
But I mean, the narrative's always been targeted at me, right, though, Daniel?
Gotcha.
And you know, I'll stay in the spotlight as long as it takes, because as long as I'm the target, the individuals or groups or whoever has the kids, they're gonna feel more relaxed, and that gives investigators a chance to strike.
So you believe that the kids are alive?
Yeah, a laugh a day. Listen, it's not dismissing. I want to make it clear. It's not dismissing, because there is no excuse for Malaya's drunken ass, behavior and not being there for her kids and all that. But the reason she lost her kids actually was because her mom called on her. She took the meta when she wasn't supposed to. But I don't think they should be given back to either one of them. Doubt it if there will be. I think Daniel might have visitations, but I don't think he will have like partial custody, if you will, like half time here and half time Malaya's. I don't think that's going to happen. So I don't know. It was Daniel who called on him. He told DT Justin. He said that? Oh, I could say something right now, Daniel, but I'm not going to.
Yes, 100%. I hope every day. I believe the exact same as RCMP do. They didn't go into the woods.
You believe the exact well, Daniel, you know what the RCMP you said told you, that they believe you did something Thursday night to the kids.
What do you believe happened?
I don't want to go into any theories. I don't want to point any fingers.
Oh yeah.
Because I've done that so many times online, so I'm gonna refrain from doing it, Daniel.
You little chipmunk. It's never stopped you before, Daniel. Go ahead. You're going to blame this week. It's the flavor of the week.
I personally talked to Daniel.
Uh-huh.
And Daniel told me what he thinks happened.
Can you share? Can you share?
Well,
Jan.
Not that part of it. Not that I can't share that part of it openly. Or he told me what he believed.
Kids, right?
Listen to this.
Fine to me.
And because I was with Malaya for 3 years, I think I may know the.
I think this was not too long after the waterfall. This is early on in their relationship.
Person that has the kids, right? Because I was involved in the kids' life and I was involved in Malaya's life.
Yes.
Yeah, there's many people that are involved in the case, including the individual or individuals that found the part of the blanket. They were never.
Again, here he is blaming the individual or the individuals, i.e. Malaya's sister or half sister, whatever she is. I can't think of her name right now. It's right here, but I just can't think of it. And he knows so well. He knows way that Haley, thank you. And you got to remember who the RCMP has done a polygraph with. They didn't do a polygraph immediately to all of these people. They did it to very specific people, including Malaya's family, Malaya's mom, and Malaya's mom's boyfriend as well. Hello, I see you.
Polygraphed.
Interesting. And so you want those that found certain things to also be polygraphed as well.
Yeah, because I think the people that found the only possible evidence during the search, they should probably be polygraphed, considering that their involvement, right?
No, Daniel. There is no involvement. They were volunteers. That wasn't even close to that area whenever the kids went missing. He cannot stand. And when I say he cannot stand Malaya's mom and Haley. I can't think of Malaya's mom's name right now, but he cannot stand them. I'm telling you. And I know that. Cindy, thank you. And it's because Cindy and Haley are opposite. They're absolute opposite of what Malaya is. They will tell you what's on their mind, and they will not let a man run over them. And Daniel doesn't like anybody who challenges his bullshit. I do? I need a facelift then, Jen.
And as per Daniel wanting a polygraph, I just want to say, if the RCMP took him seriously and really thought that blanket was planted, my ass would have been hauled in there long and ever ago for a polygraph.
Listen to that again.
Polygraph.
It would probably be polygraphed, considering that their involvement, right?
And as per Daniel wanting a polygraph, I just want to say, if the RCMP took him seriously and really thought that blanket was planted, my ass would have been hauled in there long and ever ago for a polygraph. That's never once came up from them. He's just making himself look worse and worse with all this new stuff coming about.
That's exactly right. Haley's exactly right. Haley's exactly right. Why do you think they have only done polygraphs to certain individuals really close to both sides of their families? They wanted to see if anyone helped them. That's just that. I would like to know, did Earl get a polygraph? I can't remember. I think he should have got a polygraph. I do too, Angel. I do too. I want to know too.
All right, I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this for a fact, and this is a fact. 2 weeks before the kids disappeared, Malaya wanted out of there. She was calling members of
From your
I don't believe
Because
out of there.
I know Darren too, so.
yeah, how from your point of view, how did it go down?
And okay. Patty, which is Malaya's grandmother, asked Darren, you know, I don't think Malaya wants to be with Daniel anymore. This was 2 weeks prior.
Yeah.
I don't believe this.
Do you think, Darren, you can go and get Malaya? Darren's like, no, I'm not breaking up in a relationship like that.
I don't believe that at all. Darren said on my channel, I believe he said that Malaya was his cousin. He had realized Malaya was his cousin or something after he had started, talking about Jack and Lily, and that he was, that they had realized that they were distant cousins or something like that. I don't believe Patty ever, for Patty to say, go get Malaya. They had tried to get Malaya before with the U-Haul and all that. I don't believe it. I do believe Daniel knew Malaya was going out. I do believe Malaya was leaving. Daniel knew it. She had just got her car legal. Daniel knew she was his cousin. He's such a liar too. I mean, he might have knew that, but he says so much bullshit.
That's a relationship. Like,
incredible.
I'm not going to get involved in somebody else's, life, right?
Right.
Which makes sense. That was a smart thing by Darren to do. So this is
When's the last time Darren or saw Malaya or Patty, for that matter?
weeks prior. And so then Patty calls Malaya and asks Malaya, if you ever just want to, get away, you can come live with me. And then that's when Malaya said, no, Patty, I have a different plan. And this was told to me by Darren, which had access to both sides of the family, right?
Yeah.
The only person that had access to both sides is Darren and the investigators.
He's ridiculous.
Huh.
So.
Do you think that any dogs or any searches are going to...
And also, Daniel, I want to add to that. This is backed up in the court case with Meadow. And in one of the affidavits, it does state that Malaya wanted to leave 2 weeks prior, but then decided to stay. So that's some evidence that backed that up.
Initially, I didn't believe Daniel had anything to do with this. Nothing. But he knows more. He knows more than he's telling. He's protecting Malaya. And listen, did you ever see a young fella, or did you ever see even old fellas? Did you ever see a fella so in love with a woman that it was just one of the most important things in life to some guys?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way he is.
Oh, I think he's obsessed with Malaya. I think he's obsessed with control. And I think he was everything that he wanted in Malaya. She would listen. She let him do free reign, you know, all of that. And I still think he's obsessed with Malaya. I think he's obsessed with knowing what she still does, in my opinion. And listen to this right up here.
Malaya was everything to him.
Listen, right here.
And then as soon as she heard my voice, she immediately
Listen.
hung up the phone, right?
Okay.
So, but by that time, I already heard the background
You're seeing a pattern here.
noise. She wasn't a moving car. So Darren was actually correct on that. And Darren's correct on a lot of things. So
Martell, on a few times, he made contact with Malaya since she left and blocked him. She blocked him on everything because he would not stop.
And the second time,
and the second time was when she filed the report or complaint to CPS about me. We can go into the first complaint after this, but the second complaint was after investigators came and got all Jack and Lily's belongings.
Hold on.
But the second complaint to CPS about me when she filed the report or complaint to CPS about me.
When she filed the report to CPS about him. What was that report, Daniel? What was that report? And did he did you end up getting a protection order? I think you did.
We can go into the first complaint after this, but the second complaint was after investigators came and got all Jack and Lily's belongings. There was some letters that were received in the mailbox here. Malaya was coming out of CPS, so I walked up. When she opened up her trunk, I seen her. I walked up and I put the 3 pieces of mail and the 2 tablets in her trunk, and I said, "Have a good day, Malaya," and walked away. And then went in and had my.
Can you imagine getting in your trunk and walking up to you, even though the motherfucker's like literally parked right beside of you and you don't realize it, and he just throws the letters in? Creepo. Creep factor 10 out of 10.
My visit with Meta.
Mm-hmm. And she reported you for that.
Yeah, she reported me for that. But when I walked up to her, the odd thing was when she seen me, she smiled.
I want you to see something. It's very quick. It's very quick, but it is. Watch his eyes and his smile. When she sees me, she smiled. And he does this real quick. Watch this.
She reported me for that. But when I walked up to her, the odd thing was when she seen me, she smiled.
You see it?
So odd thing was when she seen me, she smiled. When I walked up to her, the odd thing was when she seen me, she smiled.
Do you see it? He smirks, but his eyes get big too. And it is like a stalker who thinks about their victim. It lights it up in their head, right? He's romanticizing it. Like, oh, she still likes me. She still likes me. She gave me a smile. It's kind of like when you're you might be interested in someone, find someone attractive, and you're like, oh, they smiled at me today. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right. But, you know, that's long overdue here. Right. You've got a kid taken away from both of you, and there's 2 missing, and you're not supposed to be near her. Oh, he can't stand it. He cannot stand it.
But when I walked up to her, the odd thing was when she seen me, she smiled.
First of all, I don't think Malaya's the type that is going to say, get the fuck out of here publicly, especially if she might be scared of you. And just because someone smiles, it doesn't mean they're not scared. It doesn't mean they want to be around you or anything like that. It's a real fucking creep factor. And that's right. We don't even know if she smiled. Justin, do you guys have Mad comic books in the US? God, I'm pretty sure we do. Or we used to. I remember those. Oh, Angel, thank you, baby. Appreciate you. Angel, you're right. You did good work. Thank you, Justin. Be blessed. Love you, baby angels. Love you so much. I need to email you. It's been crazy. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you, Angel. Good to see you, my love. Thank you so much. Love you to pieces, Angel. You are incredibly kind to me, my dear. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you for the 499. Thank you, babies. I appreciate you so much. Very, very kind of you. Love you, Angel and Catherine. Thank you so much for your support, my loves. He looks like the guy off the cover of Mad comic books. Justin, pull it up. Off the cover. I know exactly what you're talking about. Now I get it. Hold on, shit. What's this? Okay. Look at this. He does. Oh my God. That's so funny. That's so funny. That's funny as shit. Okay. That looks just like Daniel. Daniel, is this you cleaning out your shed? Is that you cleaning out your shed? Look at that. Oh my God. Let's see here. He sure does. That's so funny. So funny. He's a creeper. My goodness.
So
Now watch this.
I'm not sure what went on there, but I wasn't like extremely overly nice when I set the stuff down. I set it down and I said, "Have a good day, Malaya," just like that.
So she smiled and hold on. Did he say he wasn't overly nice or she wasn't overly nice?
So I'm not sure what went on there, but I
I'm not sure what went on there.
wasn't like extremely overly nice when I set the stuff down.
Yeah, I wasn't extremely overly nice when I went to set the stuff down. You say she smiled at you, Daniel, but then she filed a complaint against you. Have a good day, Malaya. Have a good day, Malaya. You wanted to either show that you was dominant, right? That he was in control, or an obsession, or both.
I set it down and I said, have a good day, Malaya, just like that. So I wasn't like trying to be like overly nice or overly mean, right? It was kind of neutral.
And what did CPS tell you about that interaction?
CPS told me, if
Stay the fuck away.
Malaya was felt really caught off guard by it,
Yeah.
and was she didn't like it when I walked.
She didn't like it. She was caught off guard and didn't like it. Crazy. Kristen, thank you, baby. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. When you done this Kirsten, sorry, I love you. Good to see you, and thank you so much for your support, Kirsten, and thank you for being a member of the Pearl family. Really, really do appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so very much. And he's smiling. He's a creeper. Yes. Yes. I mean, this is the mother of your child, right? Mother of your child. You know, she didn't want to be around you. She blocked you as soon as she was squealing. Her mother was squealing the tires out of there with her daughter and her granddaughter. And she told you and had others tell you, Daniel, that she did not want to be around you. You didn't have to go there to give her anything, Daniel. You didn't have to give her anything. You know there was other ways that you were supposed to give her the things. Oh, you can see him reliving it in his head, right? I mean, this is, you know how I always said, we call Daniel Superman, and he will sometimes use, flowery words. He has this great big imagination, and he has this idea set in his head, in my opinion. It's partially ego, in my opinion, but you can see it. And whenever he says, what did he say? There's just no magic in the air anymore when the kids are not there. And then you think about his fantasies. You know what I'm talking about? These fantasies that he had texted his new girlfriend, now his ex-girlfriend, about what he wanted to do to her. Right? He does a lot of fantasizing. I really believe, I mean, with every human being, there is the public self, the private self, the ones your family and close friends know, and then the secret self, the one that nobody will ever know. And there are, we got to remember he was okay enough with telling the private people in, someone that, he's intimate with about what he wanted to do. And it's just not normal. It's a whole
and
lot
handed her mail.
normal.
But then why would she smile, right? With this, which adds a whole nother layer to that.
I told you he's reliving this in his head. Yeah, Missy. Yeah, thank you, Missy. I'm a big fan of Grizzly. She was very, very kind to me when I was just starting out my Justin for All channel back then, and she sent a lot of people over back then. So thank you. I need to send her an email and thanking her. She's a great person. But again, he doesn't know how to take the social cues. He really doesn't. He doesn't get it. You got to remember, he says, she smiled at me, but she was startled. And she was so startled that she didn't want to be around you that she completely blocked you from her life. And not only that, she left you with her child the day after her children go missing. And then blocks you with everything, right? And then he says, I wasn't overly nice to her when I tossed her stuff in the trunk when she looked startled. But she smiled. And then she goes into the CPS office. Think of this, guys. Think of this. This is his head. She goes into the CPS office and she says she didn't like Daniel doing this. She was startled. It frightened her. But yet she smiled. And he says it twice. He says this twice. I walked up to her. She was startled. They said she didn't like it. She didn't want anything to do with me, kind of thing. But then again, why would she smile? Why would she smile? Why would she smile? You're a freaking creep. I mean, honestly, ladies, if you have a daughter or a granddaughter, gentlemen, whoever, pray to God that they never get a Daniel. Never get someone like a Daniel.
But then why would she smile, right? And was CPS told me, if Malaya was felt really caught off guard by it, and was she didn't like it when I walked up and handed her mail. But then why would she smile, right? With this, which adds a whole nother layer to that situation. The first one was actually
He thinks he's the bee's knees. But I mean, she punched me right in the forehead at the beer joint. But she smiled after she punched me. After I hit the floor. She must like me. I like tough love, girl. Come here. The fuck? He's sadistic. He's sadistic. He is. I mean, think about what he. Hey, Blue Eyes, honey, good to see you. Hey, YouTuber. Let's hear it. I feel like he got off the topic. He did. He did. But he's sadistic. He can't accept his ego being reduced. He can't accept his ego being reduced, that someone may not like him. You know, we want everyone to like us as human beings. We want everyone to like us. That is just not reality. It's just not reality. Especially when you have 3 years of history and a lot of bruises and a lot of pain.
I parked too close to her. Like I parked near her in the parking lot.
How far were you parked from her?
Listen.
Sometimes the only parking lot, the parking spot was right beside her, so I was parked beside her. Right? I'm not gonna.
All right, listen to this, because it's very interesting. I parked too close. Too close, he says. See how Daniel does it? I parked too close. And then if he's in a mood and he's comfortable with the interviewer, he's high maybe at the time. Too close. He starts off with, I was too close. I was too close. Look at this. Right? He's getting to the truth. You've got to whittle him down. And I think this is a very big telling about how the RCMP should interview him. And most people, you do have to, what we call, whittle down. Start with this and then let them work it down. Challenge them on that and then challenge them on that after they say that. Okay, and then you work it way down. But he says he was parked, too close, in the same parking lot as too close. But then he says I was, near her. Near. Then he says I parked beside of her. So there's, I was too close. Then I was near her, 4 or 5 or the other side of the parking lot or whatever. Then it's okay, I parked beside of her. And I got out and she was standing at her trunk and I threw shit in there. But listen to what he says next. This is what's telling to me. He makes an excuse saying he goes there early. He goes there early because, I'll let him tell you, it's not for him to not see Malaya. It's the exact opposite. He is there to see Malaya early.
Miss a visit because I don't have a place to park.
Listen to this.
Sometimes the only parking lot, the parking spot was right beside her, so I was parked beside her. Right? I'm not gonna miss a visit because I don't have a place to park. And if there's a parking spot right beside her, I'm gonna take it.
Did you see her, or was it just your car was next?
No, I didn't see her, but I.
You are so full of cat shit. You are so full of shit. You are so full of cat shit. Yes, you did, Daniel. You just, you just said, does people not listen to him? If there's a parking right beside of her, I'm going to take it. You just said you was going to take it even if it was beside of her. You're not going to just, not take it and miss your appointment. You just said you knew it was beside of her.
Usually see her almost every time, right? Because I wait like an extra couple minutes before I go in sometimes.
I wait a couple extra minutes before I go in. He's telling us he gets there early so he can see what's going on. His tongue pops out when he lets. He's a reptile. And I don't mean like the reptiles that people say, you know, people morph or whatever. No, he's flicking his tongue. He's a little shit. It's what he is. It's terrible. But watching. Listen to that.
Did you see her, or was it just your car was next to
No, I didn't see her, but I usually see her almost every time, right? Because I wait like an extra couple minutes before I go in sometimes, just so I don't, you know, I'm walking through the door and she's walking out through the door, and we don't have like a face-to-face, you know, interaction.
Understood.
But you did a face-to-face interaction with her in the parking lot. You see, that's the difference, Daniel. You didn't think Malaya would tell on you there, or nobody would see it as likely. That's the difference. But you knew in the doorway where there's obviously cameras in the CPS office, they're going to see that. And you're not in control there. You're not in control there. You didn't think Malaya would tell on you here, though. You was okay with it that day. Jane, good to see you, Mama Susie. Thank you so much. Augustine, I heard a guest in Tony Channel, and the guest said Malaya was the one who unalive. And Daniel, so much. Hi, Justin. I heard a guest on Sunny Channel, and the guest said Malaya was the one who unalive. And Daniel, so much more. He was good. I don't think Malaya did it. Stage 5 clinger. Yes. Absolutely, Jacqueline. I don't know exactly what you mean, Jane, on that, baby. But he's. I tell you something. I like someone who knows that they're good at something, or their profession, or whatever, but they're not braggadocious. I find that I like a humble, intelligent man. Does that make sense? Oh, look at me, I'm the best at this. Look at me, I'm the best at that. Confident people never have to brag about themselves. If you have to brag, or are not okay with not speaking about you, it's okay to know you're good at something, right? It's great. You know, it's fine. You know that. You don't need to be told this or that you're better than. It's, you know, it's like people who have money find it very déclassé to talk about money, or you know, like Jacqueline Kennedy, who would never sit and talk about her looks all day and, you know, how great she was or whatever. You know, it just, you don't ever don't ever date someone like that. Don't ever live like, we all have had or have someone in our life that, if you tell them a story or something, they did it better, or theirs is better, or whatever. It's just not very becoming. It's just not very becoming. You know what I mean? And Daniel needs that. And it's because he truly is a very, in my opinion, inferior about who he is, and I hate that because I think Daniel could do great things. I really do. But yeah, he's just, in my opinion, it's going to take a lot of work. It would take a lot of work. It's hard to,
because I'm not going to get a complaint sent against or put against me just for opening up the door for her, right?
Yeah.
I'm really not interested in that.
I don't know if he's able to be fixed, to be honest with you, but oh, let me read this. 1 second. Okay, hidden away, but why? Some, including Martell, his mother, and Durwood, Malaya's cousin, have said that they believe the children are alive, taken, or hidden somewhere. One such rumor is that Lily and Jack were taken by one of Malaya's relatives and are being held on a reserve. I call complete bullshit on that, but that's just me. On July 10th, the rumor had prompted the chief, Michelle Glasgow, to respond. Quote, that whole dialogue has made up by a racist fool, and anyone entertaining it is a racist fool. And I agree with that 100%, to be quite honest with you. I agree with that 100%. It's nonsense.
No, because on the second day they came out and said this is not an abduction. An abduction means that the individual or parties that took the kids wouldn't be known by the kids. That's what an abduction is. So when the RCMP said it wasn't an abduction, that means the person that has the kids is known by them.
No. And you see, this is the thing. I wished that guy has this channel, the other Daniel, would have pushed back on this, because he knows, in my opinion, that we know that that there is an abduction is an abduction. It doesn't matter if it's familiar abduction, meaning someone the child knows, parental or familiar, obviously the parents, step parents, a family member, right? And there is non-familiar, stranger abduction, that kind of thing. And he is, in my opinion, just letting him off here by saying, hey, Nietzsche, good to see you, Daniel. Such more majority of abductors are known by more than majority. Yeah, 92, 95%. So he is saying, well, RCMP is saying that because they don't believe that they are abducted, he's making it sound like, well, they're not abducted by a stranger. But Daniel's saying, no, this is someone that, Jack and Lily and the family knows, right? So he's twisting it all to hell here. There were 3 adults present when Jack and Lily went missing. Martell's mother.
My brother called me at 8:48. We talked for 2 minutes, 59 seconds. After that, I laid down. My dog barked because Lily and Jack were here where the swings are. I have a board up over my window. I did not
Now, she just said something I just noticed here.
bark because Lily and Jack were here. We talked.
Listen to this.
My brother called me at 8:48. We talked for 2 minutes, 59 seconds.
2 minutes, 59 seconds. She later says in the documents that she might have known that Jack and Lily were missing before her brother calls her. I believe it's before her brother calls her. Night tree. Right. And if that is the truth, then after she has that phone call, why would she lay back down?
After that, I laid down. My dog barked because Lily and Jack were here where the swings are. I have a board up over my window. I did not see them because the board was closed. The reason I have a board up over my window is for the winter time to keep the draft out and for the summertime.
So at 7 o'clock, she fed the chicken. She gets up at 6, which is interesting because at 6:15, Malaya gets up at 6 o'clock as well. Janie gets up at 6 o'clock. Check this out. And at 7 o'clock, Janie says she feeds her chickens. And then at 8 something, Janie talks to her brother down the road. Also, Malaya is calling her mom at around this time as well. Got 8:48 call from Ron, the brother.
I did not see them because the board was closed. The reason I have a board up over my window is for the winter time to keep the draft out and for the summertime to keep the sun out. I heard them Friday morning. I swear on a Bible. Better than that.
Janie.
I swear on my father's grave, I heard them Friday morning. So the kids were here Friday morning. After that, I don't know what happened to them. And for what she said about Jack and Lily wondering, that's a bunch of BS. The only time they go anywhere up in the woods is when my other...
It's very interesting that she says Malaya saying that Jack and Lily ever wondered. That's a bunch of BS. But now Daniel is saying that Jack had wondered when they were living with Patty, which I don't believe. Yeah, I agree, Deborah. I agree.
Their 2 grandchildren are here, and they're always kept an eye on by me. And there's three questions.
Who texted her at 6:24? Their brother. I forgot about that. That's right.
I cannot answer. The first question is who would know the kids were home? And number two, who would know when they were outside? And number three, when I saw Malaya outside my RV, why wasn't she crying or why wasn't she hysterical if her kids went missing 20 minutes ago? Yes, I believe the kids are alive. And the reason why I believe the kids are alive is because my heart is telling me they are alive. If they are deceased, I would have, it's just like everybody else, you'd have this feeling in your heart that you can't explain. And your gut feeling. But no, I definitely believe the kids are not.
I need to go back over Janie's call. I know a lot of people can't stand listening.
Deceased. I believe they are alive. I'm hoping that the people that know where Jack and Lily are will please, I'm begging you, please drop them off here. They will be safe. We will get them to the authorities. I would like whoever has the kids or whoever knows where the kids are, please, if they want to and they want to get out of trouble, please drop them off where they pick them up at night time. We do not have cameras. We do not have an outside street light. It is pure dark. If you watch a video of someone that
Look at that.
saw me.
Look at that. I wonder why they were asking about Daniel. Why were they asking about that stove? Why were they asking about that stove? Why do you think they were asking about that stove? Pizza. There's the unwrecked Nissan. Well, they have cameras now. They have cameras now. They didn't have cameras then. They have cameras right here now. I think they even painted the trailer. All of this rain, you're going to, I mean, all of this is mud. You know, if you had all of this, you know, hoeing it or raking it or whatever, and you can tell from the aerial footage that a lot of this drained down. You could see the mud and stuff drain down here from where it rained. You're not going to have one or two footsteps right there, number one. And if you do, you're going to carry some of that on your shoes. You're going to carry it through here as well. Did you hear that, Justin? She said at nighttime. Said what? Hold on, let me go back.
Pure juice. Or I would like whoever has the kids or whoever knows where the kids are, please, if they want to and they want to get out of trouble, please drop them off where they pick them up at night time.
Oh, fuck yes.
We do not have
That's fucking brilliant. Who said that first? Tina, someone. I feel like that's what's the sea witch Ariel what's her name? The sea witch from Ariel. You poor unfortunate soul. It's Ursula, yeah. Could you I did not say nighttime. I did not say nighttime, y'all. Okay. That was something that homosexual Justin put in my mouth. Okay. He copied and pasted. That is AI. That is not me. That is not Janie. That is not Jane to the T. I did not say nighttime. Okay? I just want you to know. I'm tired of being manipulated for these cigarettes, these dog treats, and all of this shit. Okay? That's, remember I said just a second ago, I need to go back and listen to this. I need to go. It's mind numbing though. After you've listened to 5 or 10 minutes of it, you're like, you're kind of on cruise control. Let's get through it. Oh, we're gonna replay it.
I would like whoever has the kids,
Tell
or
us.
whoever knows where the kids are, please, if they want to and they want to get out of trouble, please drop them off where they pick them up at nighttime. Gotcha, bitch. We do not have cameras. We do not have an outside street light. It is pure dark. If you watch a video of someone that saw me supposedly filling potholes in, how dark it is, because they drove by to show everybody how dark it is. Billy and Jack must be out of their minds.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about that Thursday night, Daniel. This is why they want to know about Thursday night again. They said Daniel knows what you did Thursday night. Now Janie is saying that she doesn't she did nothing with the dirt.
That you can't explain. And your gut feeling. But no, I definitely believe the kids are not deceased. I believe they are alive. I'm hoping that the people...
You see, this is the thing. Janie, you said, and all of you said, that they left of the morning time. The morning time and the nighttime are two different times.
People that know where Jack and Lily are will please, I'm begging you, please drop them off here. They will be safe. We will get them. We will get them to the authorities. I would like whoever has the kids, or whoever knows where the kids are, please if they want to and they want to get out of trouble, please drop them off where they pick them up at nighttime. Gotcha, bitch. We do not have cameras. We do not have an outside street light. It is pure dark. If you watch a video of someone that saw me supposedly filling potholes in, how dark it is, because they drove by to show everybody how dark it is. Lily and Jack must be out of their minds, not knowing what's going on or what's happening to them. They don't deserve that. They don't.
Look at how Jack has his hands there even. That, to me, that looks a little nervous. Yeah, she said it. She said they think they're alive and also said drop them off where they are picked up. What did Jane say? What did Jane say? So if they're assuming they were picked up whenever they were picked up, wherever they were picked up, and their footprints were at the pipeline, why would she ask them to drop them off there at nighttime? Thank you, Jen. Oh, yeah. Daniel told us. Daniel told us that the RCMP said, you're not telling us enough about Thursday night. And, quote, we think you did something to the kids Thursday night. Oh, which we said that a long time ago. Yeah. They are so cute.
Wouldn't even want to be a kid in their situation.
I get the feeling that Janie is the type that feels sorry for herself. You know how there are people that just, woe is me. Woe is me. I just feel sorry for myself. She just feels sorry. Why did my son have to put me through this shit? All I wanted to do was give him a trailer so he would stay home and not be such a fuck up in life. She feels sorry for herself. You can feel it.
Because I know that I wouldn't understand what's going on. So they must be out of their mind, not being able to see their mother or see Daniel or just being around the other two grandchildren or Meadow. Poor little Meadow.
When Meadow was born.
She sounds to me like she's when she says poor little Meadow, it sounds to me like she's like Little House on the Prairie. Or no, maybe Lassie. Poor little Lassie. Poor little girl. Meadow is doing the best she has ever done. She's doing the best she has ever done.
When I would go in there to see Meadow and I would hold Meadow, she would always come and take Meadow from me and say, oh, she has to be fed or she has to be changed. She would go in the bedroom.
Yes, spousal revenge is the one of the number one reasons. I have to talk about this all the time. I've done at least 3 or 4 lives on the Cinderella effect. It's called the Cinderella effect.
Room, and she wouldn't come out until I would leave. Grandfather came when it was. I don't have any pictures of Jack and Lily. No, I'm sorry. I got to see them every day.
Oh.
Every day.
Do you have people in your home or had people in your home that you have pictures of them in your home? And they lived with you or whatever. I mean, that makes no sense. We take pictures of our loved ones for memories. That is the stupidest excuse. I bet you have pictures of your other grandkids. Junkyard Janeth. Of course. You don't have to live with them either or see them every day. Am I frozen or is it just me? I don't know. Oh my God, it's 10:30. I gotta go. I need to come back and I might come back and do the one on Michael Vaughn later. I've been here almost 4 hours. Dear Lord. I have some of my favorite photos, but onto canvas. Yeah. Little Tucker. Thank you, darling. Like and share. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I do appreciate you. You guys are amazing, stunning. Appreciate you. You will get 1 extra hour tonight if you are in the United States of sleep. How about that? How about that? And you will get 1 less hour of sunlight as well tomorrow. How about that? Hate it. Justin sent you an email about Stacy. Thank you, Sassy. I will try to get to that. I do need, I know, I don't like the time change at all. At all. Also in Canada, it sucks. We need to quit that stuff. We need to be like Arizona and Hawaii and I think maybe Oregon or Washington, one of them doesn't recognize it. Yeah. I like it. I like the sun. Me too, Stormy. I like it when it gets early. I like June is my favorite time, is when it gets freaking daylight at 4:45 in the morning and it doesn't get dark till 9:45 at night. Don't like the time change in Saskatchewan, Canada. Yeah, the days are so short. Me too. Early fall. Seasonal depression is bad. Yeah. Get you a mood light. Get you a mood light. And also take your vitamin D. And take your vitamin B as well. You got to. It is. It is depressing in that sense. You love darkness? Well, my little dark diesel weasel. You have a mood light? Yeah, everyone needs a mood light. Thank you, Christine. Thank you, Lovey. It's good to see you. It's tough. If the US changes time shift, Canada will match it. Yeah. I mean, Congress, they can't even feed people right now, but maybe one day they'll soon hopefully get the time change thing. They need to get rid of it. It's ridiculous. That was for people the early industrial revolution. Picking up leaves. You need a mood light. You need to get a mood light. Very, very helpful. Thank you guys so much for joining. God bless each and every one of you. Justice for Jack and Lily Sullivan. Take good care of yourself. There's only one of you, and you only get so many trips around the sun. Hug your loved ones, your friends, your family, and don't stress over the little things. If it doesn't matter 10 years from now, it's not that serious. Love you guys. Good night. God bless.